are my favorite people doing? Today is actually a really fun video, but plot twist, I'm in the worst mood. Okay, I'm tired. I had a really crappy, miserable day at school. And not just because it was school, because just people suck sometimes. So if I'm like unfunny in this video, y'all know why. And so if I get to the end of editing this video and it is not very funny, go and watch my Fearless vlog because I'm actually hysterical in that one. Like, I'm so funny in that one, okay? So, like, if you want to know my real personality, just go over to that one and you'll be good. So today, we're going to be talking about some of the books that won't leave me alone. They won't leave me alone, guys. Like, literally, like, they won't get out of my head. They haunt me. They're in my dreams. They're in my nightmares. It's bad. Does that mean all of these books are good? No. There are some books that haunt me in a bad way in here, okay? And I'm sure some of y'all can guess what those are if you've been a long time watcher. But, you know, we're going to keep on going with the video. I will say there are more good than bad in this because I really don't hate that many books. The first book, starting off strong. Yes! Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This book is just like, oh my gosh. It's by far the best book in the series. Like, if you're debating reading Powerless, read it just so you can get to Fearless. Honestly, it's so good. Like, the whole series is freaking amazing, but this book literally, it won't leave my mind. It won't. Like, it literally won't leave me alone, and it's really, like, I'm struggling. I really am. It made me sob every time I think about Mac and Adina. Tears prickle my little eyes. Okay, it's real bad. It's real bad. I'm constantly thinking about, like, if, like, y'all don't understand. Like, there was a way where Mac and Adina could live and be peaceful and free and have the time of their lives together. Alive! But no, Lauren had to kill them off. So literally every single time I think of this book, I'm just like, there are so many different ways that this could have gone where all of this misery could have been avoided. And yet here we are. There's a big chunk of my heart missing. All thanks to Lauren Roberts. So yeah, this is a good one that won't leave me alone, but also kind of like, because I'm sobbing every time I think of it. Next book, this is kind of like an unknown one, I would say. But, like, is this a recommendation video? Can it be? Anyways, for the summer, if you already had summer, for my Australians, did you already have summer? If you're in Australia, did you already have summer? Anyways, if you haven't already had summer, put this on your summer TBR. I'm begging you. This is I think it's probably the only book I would say, wait and read it during the summer because I made the mistake of reading it in the winter. Okay, I read it over spring break. Spring break in Florida, it's cold. It's not like cold because it's Florida, but like, anyways, Sunkissed by Casey West. Why are so many people sleeping on this book? Everybody's talking about Casey West because her new book, Better Than Revenge, just came out. Girl, Better Than Revenge, was it good? Yes, it was fine. Sunkissed by Casey West, hands down, best Casey West book. Not even joking. Like, I want a summer like this. Literally, I wrote in my notes, I put, I want this, period. End of conversation. Do I need to say any more? Like, what? Like, no, because literally, this is kind of like a little summary if you're like considering adding it to your TBR. They went to a resort with no Wi-Fi. Got it? No Wi-Fi. She met a dude who was a lead singer in a band. By coincidence, she did not know that he was a lead singer in a band. She just met him. She was like, oh, I hate him. And then she was like, oh, he's the lead singer. And then she started hanging out with him more. And then they fell in love. When is it my turn? When is it my turn? Like, I'm so confused. And they just so happened to live in the same area of town. Like, this camp, this resort place that has no Wi-Fi is out in the middle of nowhere in California. But they just so happen to live in the same area of California. Do y'all know how big California is? Okay, so these are fan fictions, okay? And these are the only two fan fictions I've ever read, but for us they are not leaving my mind. They're not escaping this little cage that's up here, okay? All the young dudes and the cadence of part-time poets. I don't even know what to say about these books. Like, they're so good. I said, do I need to explain? Like, do I? Honestly, Wolfstar is by far the best thing to ever happen to me. I don't know who created it. Wolfstar is by far the best thing that ever happened to me, okay? I love them so much. Like, literally, the only reason I think of these books so much is because of Wolfstar, which obviously, like, it is Remus's point of view for both of these books. But, like, girl, I look up in the sky, I see stars, I go, oh, it's Sirius. Oh, it's Sirius. Then I look over, it's the moon, I go, oh, it's Remus. Oh, it's Remus. Stop it. Stop it right now. Okay? Literally anything. Any kind of star, Sirius. Or Mac and Adina too. Don't get me wrong. If I see two stars side by side, Mac and Adina. Okay, if I see one star, Sirius. Okay? And so yeah, it's just like they haunt me in a good and bad way. And I can't think of anything to do with anything in the Harry Potter world, or I guess in our world, because what the freak, the moon and the stars, without thinking of them. And I thank the creators of these two fan fictions for that, because it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. So thank you. We found our first Lynn book, everyone. We found our first Lynn book. Betting on You by Lynn Painter literally hasn't left my mind since last May when I read this book. It's just so good. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I think of this book when I see popcorn, Diet Coke, car keys, heart pajama pants, Twizzlers, I don't see urinals. Don't get me wrong, I don't see urinals. But when I think of, like, okay, that sounded, okay, back up, reverse, car keys, heart pants, ice skating, hot chocolate, pull-out couches, blanket forts, girl, anything. My mom goes straight to Betting on You. Gray cats. Can y'all see Puffball? Do y'all see him up there? Look at him. Oh, look at him. Anyways, literally anything and everything, like even more so than Regulus. Whoa. Even more so than Sirius and Remus, I think of Bailey and Charlie. Just always and forever. Okay? Always. Glasses. A hoodie. I go, Mr. Nothing. It's bad. It's really awful how much I think of them. Don't talk to me about it, okay? Also, give me a Charlie. I'm so real. Give me a Charlie, girl. Give him to me. Please. Anyways, moving on before I go into depth about that obsession. Rival Darling. Oh my gosh. Rival Darling by Alexandra Moody. If you haven't read it, please do. Rival Darling is a YA clean hockey romance. Clean hockey romance. How often do you see that? Not often. I've read about, five? Probably 4. I've read about 4 clean hockey romances because I can't find any other ones that are clean. Really freaking annoying. Anyways, it's so good. It's just like, girl, you give me a book and you say, friends to lovers, fake dating. I go, oh my gosh, immediately 5 stars, but immediately 5 stars. Because hello? First of all, 2 favorite tropes, friends to lovers, fake dating. Now in Rival Darling, are they necessarily friends to lovers? No. You know what they are? They're strangers to friends, fake dating friends, to lovers. And it's awesome. It's actually like the best thing that has ever happened to me. And y'all need to read it. Like, especially like in preparation for Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Like, if you haven't read a hockey romance that's clean and you've been wanting to, or like you just like don't know what you could get from it, girl, pick up Rival Darling right now, girl. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, it's just like the perfect lead up to Fake Skating. And because if Alexandra Moody can write Rival Darling, imagine what Lynn Painter, the queen of YA romance, is gonna do with a clean hockey romance, girl. And it's Child of Friends. childhood friends, and fake dating, girl, prepare yourself, okay? You're gonna need some mental preparation before you go into fake skating, and that is Rival Darling. Whoa. The next ones are 2 books that won't leave me alone in the worst way imaginable. The worst way imaginable. Nobody will let me forget about these stupid books, and I'm really gonna have trouble moving on with my life if I can't move on from these 2 books because they're so horrendously horrific. And this is I wrote the most about the books I hated. That like I wrote more about the books I hated than the books I actually liked, okay? And these are the only 2 books that I have on here that I absolutely like cannot stand, and I don't recommend them to anybody. Okay, hear me out. I know a lot of you know where this is going, but I know a lot of my new girlies don't. Girl, I'm so sorry if you like this series, but Defy Me and Imagine Me by Tahara Mafi, don't get me wrong, is the rest of the series decent? Yes, okay? Up to Restore Me, the series is decent. Decent. See how I'm not saying good, great, amazing, fantastic. Decent. Yeah. Yes, it is decent up until Restore Me. Then you get, like, I would say, do I recommend Shatter Me to anybody I meet? No. But if somebody asks me, Hannah, should I read Shatter Me? I say, read the first 2 books. If you don't like it, don't go on. That's all I'll say. Okay? Because I'm not going to tell anybody not to read a book. I'm not going to say, no, don't read this book. It's awful, because everybody has different tastes. Okay? I need to make that very, very clear. Okay? Everybody has different tastes. This is not my taste. So I say, if you don't like the second book, end it. End it. Got it? Thank you. But yeah, so the rest of the series, other than Defy Me and Imagine Me, was okay. It was fine. Like, oh my gosh. Defy Me and Imagine Me were the worst books I have ever read, and possibly the worst books ever written. That might be a little dramatic. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say that. But like, okay, let me just read. I have notes, okay? Like, I'm using my phone for notes, and there's just a lot, and I want to make sure I don't miss anything, okay? Okay. Okay, it says, these books won't leave me alone in the worst way possible. I don't understand how these books were published. I was in a mood the day I wrote this, okay? I don't understand how these books were published. They are the same exact book twice. The same plot, the same conflict, the same whiny female main character. Like, oh my gosh, you are the most powerful human being in the world, and you have been kidnapped at least 3 times and can't save yourself from it. Oh, you have powers that can kill someone with 1 touch, but you still make Aaron come and save you. Like, make it make sense. In the last book, why did literally everybody have powers? In Imagine Me, literally every single person had powers. Like, hang on. I lost my place. Give me a second. Like, at first, Juliet was supposed to be different. Then they introduced the whole Kenji, like, resistance clan. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, okay? But once Aaron and Adam acquired powers, I lost it. I was done, and somehow all the Supreme Commanders and their kids have powers. Like, what is going on? You changed the whole plot of the book. You changed the whole premise of the entire series, actually. It's a whole new series now. Now this one dude literally won't die, and all he's doing is torturing people. But then Juliet goes and falls in love with the 3rd Anderson, and and we're all acting as if this is normal. This girl's playing Kiss, Marry, Kill and shaving off all of her hair after a mental breakdown, and everybody just goes with it. Like, what? Like, this is weird even for a fantasy dystopian book. The writing was just not good, and before y'all go and try and change my mind, I'll tell you right now, it's not gonna work. First of all, I think that was immaculate. Like, that was a really good speech as to why I don't like Shatter Me. A lot of you guys have been asking why I don't like Shatter Me. It is the last 2 books. I'm telling you. The first book sucked too, okay? But it wasn't as bad as the last 2 books. It was just so freaking awful, and I don't understand how it was published at all. The Defy Me would have been fine if there wasn't Imagine Me after it, but even still, like, why the freak is the most powerful human being in the entire world being kidnapped and only only Aaron and Kenji can save her, even though she can kill somebody with her touch. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, if you wanted that to be the plot, then why are you making her have these powers that can kill any single person that she touches? Like, I really just don't understand it. And also, what's the point of it being the same plot twice? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is nobody noticing this? Miss Girl is getting taken to the same place. She got kidnapped to the same exact place twice. Not once, but twice. Like, what the actual freak? What the actual freaking freak? Because that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you write a book that's just the same thing twice? Like, start a new series. Why are we continuing with this one? It's so horrendous. And why? The last book, guys, who do you think I was reading the stupid series for? It wasn't Kenji. It wasn't Juliet. It wasn't freaking... Who else? Who else would I be reading the series for except for Aaron freaking Warner? Answer me that. So why the freak would you give me his POVs in the middle of the series and strip it away in the last book? That's the most awful book in the entire series. Why would you do that? That's just like that's a bad choice. Because I'll tell you, nobody is reading this book for Kenji's POV or Juliet's POV. Like, I love them both. Like, no. I love Kenji so dearly. I love him so much. But, honey, he can have his own book when the time is right. This is Juliet and Aaron's story. So the fact that in the last book we have Kenji's POV and we have this stupid girl named Ella, who is Juliet, by the way. I hate her. The fact that we have these two POVs and yet we don't have the most loved person in the entire series is baffling to me and just like a stupid decision. I don't know who let Tahara get away with that, but it was dumb. It was dumb, okay? Bring Aaron back. Give me his POV for the last book. I wanted to see him all depressed, okay? I know he was super sad in the last book because Juliet is gone freaking again and she can't save herself again. But I don't care. Give me the angry Warner. We all love to see angry Warner. So actually, like, anyways, that's my rant on the last two books of Shatter Me. And there you go for everybody wondering why I hate that series so much. It is, in fact, the last two books that sent me off the deep end. Okay, I was up here, like, if this is the highest point you can be, I was, like, here with Restore Me, okay? I did really enjoy Restore Me. And Defy Me, it kind of drops me to, like, here. And imagine me just, like, it was all the way down. Like, all the way down to, like, the floor, to, like, the core of the earth. It was so awful. Anyways, moving on to happier things. Except this next book isn't happy, but it is a good book that haunts me, okay? Powerful. Ooh, girl. I can't with this freaking book, okay? It was so cutesy and like, oh, so cute. They were all in love. And then Lauren went ahead and killed him. She killed them all. What the freak, dude? What the actual flip, okay? Because not only did I have to suffer Adina's death in Peyton's POV in Powerless, which I didn't cry to, by the way, which I thought was really odd. But then I had to go and endure this misery in Adina's POV, the person dying in her POV, and in Mac's POV. You're telling me the love of her life is watching her die, and you're going to give it to me in his POV and not even say sorry. I just sobbed for an hour after reading this book, and Lauren's not even going to apologize for it? No. Mac literally, like, he ripped my whole heart out with his stupid, like, not stupid. It was actually really freaking adorable. He was like, oh, he was counting the stars as she was dying. Okay, he was counting the stars as she was dying, and then he was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. He was like, see you in the sun. Okay, he was like, see you in the sky, Dina. Girl, why don't you go ahead and kill me? That would be better than this heartache, okay? Okay. And then so, my main conclusion to this whole Adina and Mac venture, which is the main reason that Fearless still haunts me, by the way. I retained probably 0 of that book, 0 of Peyton and Kai. All of it is just Mac and Adina now, and they had like one scene where you didn't even know it was actually them, okay? It's just like they're stuck in my heart and they're not letting go. Okay? They need to let go because my heart cannot take it anymore. And so, Lauren, please, I'm begging you. Give me another book of Mac and Adina. Please, I will take anything you will give me. They can be in the stars together. They can come back to life. I don't care what you have to do. Give me them back. Please. I will literally pass away without them. I need them back. Okay? So, The Summer of Broken Rules by Kale Walther. Okay, another book I need my summer to be like. This book also, I would say read in the summer. Like, actually, like, read it in the summer, okay? Like, if you don't read this book in the summer, you're not going to enjoy it as much as if you do read it in the summer, and that's just a factual fact. All I want is this kind of summer, okay? But I have neither the friend group nor the extended family to do this, and I'm so bitter. Get me in a game of Assassin on an island in the middle of the summer when I can fall in love with the most amazing person on planet Earth, preferably Charlie Sampson, but, you know, I'll take whatever. Yeah, that's what I have to say about this book. The only reason I think about it so often is because I do, in fact, want this summer for myself. Like, I think I deserve it at this point. And the fact that it still doesn't happen is really sad. But also, like, I don't enjoy making friends. So the whole, like, big friend group thing that you need to have to play Assassin is kind of, like, out of the picture. Me and my girl Ava were like this, and we don't got nobody else, girl. So, yeah. And then, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, moving on. The Ballad of Never After and A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. I have it on my shelf behind me. This masterpiece of a shelf is stunning, and we're about to add 3 more books to it. Don't even get me started. I'm so excited. Anyways, same thing. I'm going to read from this because, like, honestly, I just, like, don't have the mental capacity to, like, look and go up at the same time. I'm dyslexic, okay? Like, leave me alone. What does it say? Okay, Eva Jax has my heart. I love them so much. Jax has the best freaking quotes ever. Like, there is nothing of equal value. Come on! Oh my gosh, where do I find somebody this obsessed with me? Okay, I need that in my life. Like, where do I find somebody this obsessed with me? Okay, like, this obsessed. There's nothing of equal value. Be so freaking for real. Like, he literally turned back time for Evangeline, and still I can't find one person. Anyways, the way he doesn't try to hide the obsession in A Curse for True Love is literally amazing. Obviously, he does try to hide it once he is actually cursed, but that's because he doesn't have a heart. So leave my guy alone. I love it so much. He is literally my husband. So, yeah, I've decided that Jax is my husband. You can scroll back to, like, multiple videos where, like, when I first even read the book, I'm pretty sure I said, Jax is the love of my life. Jax is my husband. That's back in, like, the May recap, I think. Go watch it if you want proof. But, like, girl, he's awesome, and I need him, okay? He is, like, the one book boyfriend, like, fantasy book boyfriend, where I was like, I will literally do anything to have him. Like, he's so freaking adorable, and I really do need him. So, anyways, as you can see, my bad mood is kind of turning into, like, delusion, which I did not expect for this video, but it's kind of a fun turn, no? Like, why is it kind of fun? Why are we kind of having fun in this video? Hannah in a bad mood is Hannah in a great mood? Delusion. Ooh! Okay, so I did say I split up the Lynn Painter books, but apparently I put Just Betting on You at the top of the list, and then Better Than Movies and The Do-Over are, like, together at the bottom, which does not mean anything, by the way. I still love them all, okay? Better Than the Movies. Wes and Liz and Wes, they're awesome, okay? And here's where I go a little bit delusional, okay? You're telling me that after an entire 2 years of being broken up across the country from each other and Liz absolutely despising Wes's guts, thinking he cheated, okay? They get back together, are completely endgame, get engaged, and possibly married. And I still can't find somebody to crush on. Be so for real. Anyways. That's crazy. Guys, gosh. Okay, hang on, let me show you. I was reading, okay, so you see the capital stuff. I know it's probably, flipped or whatever, but, the one where, when it says, and I still can't find somebody to have a crush on, in all caps, you see that? Okay, so that's where I stopped reading. And then I said, be so for real, anyways, right? That's what I said. And I wrote that down. I wrote that word for word. I said, be so for real, anyways. Why do I have 4 words in my vocabulary? This is a problem. I'm literally always thinking about Seaside, Florida, and Seaside reminds me so much of this book because that's where I first read this book, and I'm literally, in my mind, Better Than the Movies is, in fact, set in Seaside, Florida. Does that make any sense at all since it's set in Omaha, Nebraska? No. But in my mind, they're in Seaside, Florida, and they're having the time of their lives, and it is, in fact, during summer. Is that just because that's where I read it and that's the time I read it at? Yes. But did that change anything? No. Okay? Leave me alone. Anyways, therefore, I'm always thinking about Better Than the Movies because I'm always thinking about Seaside, Florida. And I am thinking about Seaside right now because I'm going there in a few weeks. And I'm so freaking excited. Y'all better watch out for that vlog because it's going to be so fun. Me, my mom, my best friend Ava, and her mom are all going to Seaside. And y'all know the vlog's gonna go crazy, okay? I say that now. If I get scared of vlogging in front of Ava, which happens occasionally, ignore it, okay? Ignore it, because Ava won't judge me for it, but I always think people are, so, Anyways, now we're on to the do-over. This is the last book that literally never leaves my mind ever, ever, ever in my entire life. Once I read these books, they're just stuck. They're stuck in there. Okay, some are in my brain, some are on my heart, and they're not letting go. But this is the do-over. This is probably the shortest thing I wrote. So we'll see how long I talk about it for. So my explanation for the do-over is, in fact, the first sentence was, it's a Lynn book. It is, in fact, a Lynn Painter book, so therefore, I'm thinking about it daily, hourly, minutely. That's not a word. Anyways, I think about them daily. Okay, hang on. Back up. Rewind. What's that thing called? It's wait, scratch that. Reverse it? Flip it? Wait, scratch that, reverse it? Editing, Hannah. Put Willy Wonka up here, girl.
Quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
Period. That's what he said. Anyways, I think on a daily about how I need a sequel for Em and Nick because we did not get enough of them being a happy couple together because on the D1C they were absolutely disgustingly cute and adorable and I'm so jealous. But once they weren't a couple even though they did kiss, which I don't get that whole thing. If you're kissing, you're a couple, just do it. So then they had this whole falling out and we did not see enough of them after Nick got her the unicorn cake. I'm just so sorry. We need a sequel for them and I will stick to that. We also need a sequel for Betting on You, but that's a whole different video because I have a bunch of theories for how Lynn's gonna set that up. Anyways, I said, I want a D-O-N-C and a Nick, and then I put in parentheses, actually a Charlie, to spend it with, who the heck is going to get accidental matching lyric tattoos with me? Because I want a lyric on my arm that says, till our fingers decompose, okay? I do. And I have nobody to do that with yet. I have Ava. She'd do it with me. Because we're linked. But, that's about it. So, yeah, that's what I need from that book, and that's why I'm constantly thinking about it. Most of the Lynn books I'm constantly thinking about just because either one, the couples are absolutely adorably, disgustingly adorable. I don't know what I just said. Actually, I might cut that out. Anyways, so yeah, I'm either thinking about the couples and how cute they are, or I'm thinking about what the freak, why don't I have a Charlie Sampson? That's as far as it goes with them. Or for Better Than the Movie, that's a special little situation because they're just connected to my favorite place in the entire world. So, Yeah. Anyways, this video like actually like boosted my spirits, so I'm so glad I recorded it. Because I am in fact talking to my favorite people ever. Like, who needs friends when I have you? Don't quote that, okay? Have friends, make friends. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Go follow my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube here, obviously. Then I also have Fable and Pinterest. Nobody follows me on Pinterest. Like, girl, I'm on Pinterest. Go follow me over there. And also, if you don't know, if you haven't watched my Fearless Reading vlog, which a lot of you haven't because a lot of you don't watch my videos even though you subscribed. Anyways, go watch that because once we get to 5,000 views on that, I will do a giveaway of The Fearless book by Lauren Roberts. So yeah, go watch that video. Watch it like 4 different times if you really want to get to that goal. And I love you guys so much. Have the best day ever and go read some more books.